Hi, I'm Dana from Hidden Valley Yoga, and in today's video I'm going to be taking you through a pose called crook leg pose in the chair, or Janu Shirshasana in the chair. And you'll notice that I'm using a chair and there's no sides to my chair, and you'll also notice that my feet are up on some blankets so that I can have my thighs level with my hips. So it is important in the pose to have your thighs level with your hips. And to move in, we walk the feet together and then just slide the toes forward about the length of a big toe. And you'll have your big toes together and your heels slightly apart. Now moving in, we'll bring one knee up and place the ankle on top of your other thigh, up near the knee end of your thigh bone. You want to get your ankle bone on your thigh bone here. That's the most effective alignment. Sometimes what you find is that the foot will fall down into the gutter, or you might also notice that the foot might slide to the side. So try and get your ankle bone right on your thigh bone. This is the most effective alignment. And then once it's here, we'll raise the knee up and slide that ankle closer towards the hip crease. It may or may not stay there. If it wants to slide back towards your knee, just let it slide back. Now, if you find this really uncomfortable on your thigh bone, what you can do is put a layer or a couple of layers of blanket or even a sock and just slide that in under your ankle. So it gives a little bit of padding into your thigh. And another thing to be aware of in this pose is that you don't allow this bottom knee to splay up to the side. So if that's happening, use these inner thigh muscles here and bring the knee back in. And you might notice that your foot shifts around a little bit. So just make sure that your toes are still turned slightly inward. You can either bring your hands onto your lap, or you can take your arms alongside your body. Allow your back to lean up against the floor and, against the chair, and then just let your chin tip down towards your chest. And this is stage one of the crook leg pose in the chair. Now, there is a stage two of the pose, and it's slightly deeper. It has some contraindications, which I will talk to you about in class. So if you want to go a little bit deeper into stage two, you just bring your back away from the chair a little bit. And then you can inhale to lengthen through the front of your chest. As you exhale, bring your arms between your legs there, dipping forward, letting your belly soften. Let your head come down. And if it's more comfortable once you've come down, you can bring your arms either sides of your legs there. Make sure that knee isn't coming out to the side. So use those inner thigh muscles to bring that knee into alignment so your knee is over your ankle still. Now, if you're finding this is uncomfortable, you can bring your right hand, and in this case, around my left knee, and hold it. So you're holding that knee in place. And then you can take your other hand on top, holding the knee. And then you can soften more. Easy breathing. And you would stay here for a while. And then we're coming out. So just bring your hands to the knee and straighten your arm. Tipping your torso all the way back into the chair. Moving out, we take the hand underneath the knee to raise the knee up before we slide the ankle off the thigh. Bringing that foot right next to the other one. And then we would come in and do the other side. Now I'm going to show you a variation of this pose in case, it's very difficult. Sometimes this pose is very uncomfortable when you do it seated in the chair. So if you're finding you need to, you can just come off the chair. We'll still be using the chair in the substitute pose. Make sure you've got a nice prop for your head. And it's the same alignments, except this time you'll be laying down with your legs over the chair. And so the angle of your legs will be different than when you're sitting in the chair. And I'm just going to show you that so you can see the difference. As your legs come out over the chair, you can see that the slope here is different than when you're in the chair. So when you're in the chair, you had your knee aligning with your hip. So this angle is a wider angle and a little bit more easier for you to do. And once again, to come in, we would just bring the knee in. Use your other hand to bring that ankle onto your thigh bone. And you can see that I'm supporting my left thigh with my left hand. I'm using a fist. You can use a hand. And your elbow stays on the floor. Then you can bring that knee a little further in, sliding your ankle further down towards the hip crease. And stay in the pose. And when we come out, we just bring that knee in, slide the foot off. Come in and do the other side. And when you've done both sides, bring your knees in towards your chest. Hold the knees. Have a breath or two there. And then you can roll all the way out, pushing yourself up. So thank you for joining me again. Bye for now.